21,000 football fans see West Virginia open its 1957 campaign against a veteran Virginia team. Late in the second quarter, no score, quarterback Mickey Tremarchi drops back to pass. He lets fly 38 yards downfield. Halfback Ralph Anastasio makes a sensational running catch on the 24 and doesn't stop until he has the Mountaineers' first touchdown of the year. Fourth quarter, West Virginia leads 6-0, but the Cavaliers are on the march. Nelson Yarbrough passes to end Fred Polzer, and he's to the 5 before Mechanic tackles. 3 plays later, Yarbrough sneaks over. Final score 6-6, the first tie in Art Lewis's 10 years of college coaching. Ambitious Virginia Tech comes to Morgantown intent on snapping West Virginia's 21-game Southern Conference win streak. Neither team could get going in the opening period. Follinsby's Whitey Mechanic gains 13 to the Tech 21 on this pitch-out play, West Virginia's first down. Then big Larry Krutko leaves a trail of tacklers behind as he skirts left end of the Tech 9, and the partisan crowd roars its approval. It's first and goal. Mechanic takes a pitch out, cuts in sharply as Krutko blocks a man to the outside. It's Mechanic to the 2.5-yard line. 2 plays later, big Krutko from Carmichael's, Pennsylvania, rams over tackle for his first touchdown of the season. Anastasio scored in the final quarter as West Virginia gained its first triumph, 14-0. Camp Randall Stadium, Madison, Wisconsin, and 39,000 football fans see an underrated Badger 11 upset the dope bucket. Second play of the game, Sidney Williams throws, halfback Danny Lewis catches, a run-pass play good for 62 yards and a touchdown within the first minute of action. Trailing 14-0 early in the second period, West Virginia takes to the air. Tremarchi fakes a handoff to Bill McClure and then throws far downfield, intending it for Terry Fairbanks. But Ron Steiner intercepts. Watch the brilliant blocking and running as the sophomore sensation picks his way for 94 yards to pay dirt. This is West Virginia's first appearance against a Big Ten team in 24 years, and it's a long afternoon. But the Mountaineers show a lot of fight. Sophomore speedster Ray Peterson goes outside for 22 yards before he's ridden to the turf on the 5-yard line. 3 plays later, Stubby Krutko cracks the middle from the 1 for 6 points, climaxing a 75-yard march by the Fighting Mountaineers. But Wisconsin has too many horses. Dale Hackbart on a keeper starts left, cuts back inside, and makes his way 29 yards to the end zone. In the fourth quarter, Longfellow recovers a Wisconsin fumble on the 19. Gritty Ralph Anastasio, a 165-pound back, carries and gets a good block from sophomore Glenn Shamblin, which springs him loose to the 12-yard line. It's Anastasio carrying again. The hole opens, and with Bob Gunther paving the way, Ralph rushes through left tackle to the end zone, 12 yards away. Wisconsin 45, West Virginia 13. A flu and injury-riddled West Virginia team moves against Boston University. It's 6-0 WVU, and the Mountaineers are threatening again. Dick Longfellow aims a strike at sophomore Ben McComb, who carries to the 4. Sissonville's Glenn Shamblin takes it over, and West Virginia leads 13-0. Start of the second period, Len Hill passes for Boston. Bob Gunther intercepts for the Mountaineers, and then stumbles and falls. With the ball on the visitors' 45, another of West Virginia's fine sophomores, Dave Ryder of War, takes off on a 27-yard jaunt, eluding tacklers all along the way. Moments later, Krutko finds a big hole, and as it closes, he bulls his way 12 yards for another West Virginia score. It's a 20-0 ball game. Boston U is hurting and elects to fill the air with passes, but the Mountaineer defensive forces are alert. Longfellow, playing the finest game of his career, makes an over-the-shoulder interception, then shows that he can lug the pigskin as well as throw it. Chuck Billick chips in with a key block, and Longfellow does the rest. With the ball on the Boston 21, Shamblin slams off left tackle, head low, knees high. He's a tough target as he races 18 yards to the 3. A play later, Shamblin scores, carrying Boston defenders over with him. West Virginia 46, Boston University 6. The Fireworks get underway early in a night game at Griffith Stadium as West Virginia's line opens a big hole for Stubby Krutko against George Washington. Krutko comes barreling through for 14 big yards. On the third play from scrimmage, smooth-running Ray Peterson sees daylight and races through the GW line. In hot pursuit is the Colonials' Mike Summer. Summer tries for a last-second diving tackle, but Peterson just gets in for the tally. On the first play from scrimmage, following the kickoff, the situation is reversed. Summer takes off on a jaunt of his own, and this time it's West Virginia doing the chasing, Peterson included. It's to no avail. Summer is credited with 71 yards and 6 points. Still the first period, and GW leads 7-6. Tremarky rolls out to the left. He throws on the run. Peterson hauls it in and takes off downfield. He's finally pushed out of bounds on the Colonials' 24-yard line. 3 running plays and the penalty put the pigskin on the one where Tremarky sneaks over. Final score, West Virginia 34, GW 14. Coach Art Lewis sends his charges against William and Mary in quest of their 24th straight Southern Conference victory. Dick Longfellow and Ray Peterson get the Mountaineers off on the right foot with a 20-yard pass play to the 12-yard line. The play following Chuck Halley's recovery of a fumble, setting up Longfellow's TD from the 2. In the third period, Mel Wright carries for 6 yards on a belly play. Quarterback Mickey Tremarky follows with a quick pass to Roger Chansey at the 12. And 2 plays later, Tremarky scores. West Virginia keeps its Southern Conference record clean, a 19-0 win for the Mountaineers. Bitter rival Penn State plays rude host to a West Virginia team minus the services of All-American Chuck Halley. The Lions roar early. Andy McConey takes a pitch out and follows 3-man interference into the end zone. The conversion is good, and Penn State leads 7-0. Second period, tricky Ralph Anastasio slices off left tackle and legs it 30 yards to the Penn State 18. Anastasio averaged 10 yards per carry in this contest. T formation, Dave Ryder is the flanker. Tremarky takes, he throws, and Ryder makes a nice catch between 2 defenders. Ball is on the 3 now. Tremarky goes the rest of the way. Third period, and Penn State is knocking at the door again. Babe Caprera runs up the middle to the West Virginia 7. The next play even fooled the cameraman. Richie Lucas fakes the handoff, rolls to the right, and passes. Waiting in the end zone is Les Walters. It's a Penn State score and a 27-6 win for the Lions. With the Penn State loss fresh in their minds, the Mountaineers return to Pennsylvania a week later to meet arch-rival Pitt. The Panthers punt. Bill McClure of Charleston hauls it in and is off on a sensational 45-yard sideline run. The last 9 thanks to a fine block at the 15 by Roger Chansey. A swirling snowstorm is underway as Anastasio slants over left tackle for 2. With 3rd and 3 showing on the board, Krutko slices off left tackle for the touchdown. The storm worsens as Whitey Mechanic steps up to boot the point. It's good, and 49,000 fans set up a deafening roar as the Mountaineers take a 7-0 lead. Pitt comes rebounding back in the second quarter. Jim Theodore, on an inspiring run, hustles his way for 15 yards to the Mountaineers 17, where Peterson and Krutko team on the tackle. Fred Stark moves over left guard for 7 before Big Bill Trozo slows him down, and Tommy Doman clamps on the stopper. The Mountaineers dig in. Stark carries again. Anastasio makes the tackle at the 4. Theodore hits right tackle, gets 3, and it's 3rd and 1. The Panthers call on Stark. He rams hard into the line, but the Mountaineers hold at the 1-foot line. Bill Callahan is next. He can't get over, and it's the Mountaineers' finest hour. In the third period, Pitt nearly ties it up. With the pigskin on the 49, Ivan Tonsick drops back to pass. Bruce McClung rushes him hard, but Tonsick gets it away. And Art Gobb gets behind the secondary, takes the pass on the 18, and races to the end zone. It's now 7-6, West Virginia leading. Dick Haley is back to try for the extra point. Back it comes, up it goes. It's far enough, but wide to the left. West Virginia owns a 7-6 triumph over Pitt, the Mountaineers' 12th in the long and colorful series. Fans are hardly settled at Wake Forest before Ray Peterson has them on their feet. He breaks off right tackle, gets a couple of excellent blocks, and is off on a 56-yard West Virginia touchdown run. A Longfellow to McClure pass makes it 14-0 before Wake Forest comes to life. Pete Barham is almost trapped, but gets away and knifes his way to the West Virginia 1. Jim Dalrymple goes over for the Deacons score, and it's a 14-7 ball game. It's the fourth quarter now. A 21-7 count, and Longfellow flips a pass to Roger Chansey, who's all alone. Chansey is down on the 9-yard line. Longfellow takes to the air once more. He rolls out to the left, eluding tacklers. Suddenly he fires to the right, and Chansey is alone again, this time in the end zone. West Virginia chalks up another win, 27-14. Homecoming at Morgantown, and 26,000 fans gather for the final game of the year. The Mountaineers are after their first win over Syracuse in 3 years. Ray Peterson gets the ball rolling in the second quarter with a 15-yard sprint to the Orange 20-yard line. Prutko grinds out 4 yards, then comes through with a key block on this play as Anastasio picks up 4 to put the ball on the 13. Cromartie calls on Prutko again, and he responds with an off-tackle slant, good for 7 yards. It's first and goal. Watch Joe Nicely pull out from his guard post to lead Peterson to the 5-yard line. Prutko, playing his final game, runs for 4, taking tacklers with him. Cromartie then carries it over, and it's 6-0, and the crowd lives it up. Whitey Mechanic comes on to boot home the extra point, and West Virginia has a 7-0 lead in the second quarter. At halftime, Ira Errett Rogers, West Virginia's beloved athlete, is taken into the Football Hall of Fame. After the intermission, Syracuse goes on the march. In 12 plays, they move the ball to the 2. Peterson stops Gerhard Swatus. On the next play, Swatus carries. Doman hits hard. Swatus fumbles, and Peterson recovers. The Syracuse threat is ended. West Virginia wins 7-0. A great victory and a fine 7-2-1 season's record for the Mountaineers.